everyone, and welcome back to my studio, the Pottery Corner, down on the south coast of England near Chichester. I'm Sarah Amos. Welcome along everybody. Today we're doing a glaze kiln fire opening. More work going through the kilns, pretty much back to back at the moment. I've got an art trail coming up, so the studio is open for a couple of weekends, so I'm trying to get my work finished. Right, so the kiln is actually cold. It's been cold for a couple of days, waiting for me to actually get round to doing the video. So I have, obviously, as you well know, and as Karen will testify, have the sneakiest of tiny little peeks on Saturday when Karen was here. So here we go, let's get the kiln up and open. So mostly my things in here, although there are the throwing couples pieces, James and Gayle. So James and Gayle, your pieces are in here. We'll see how they come out. Right, first up, this was mine and Karen's play with the vinyl stickers. And I know that you've heard me talking a lot in the last few videos about these vinyl stickers. So Karen and I had a little play. Karen has a company, or indeed a couple of companies that deal with vinyl. So she does sort of car vinyl and banners and other bits and pieces and stickers that go on walls like this. So we've been playing with them on the clay and having great fun actually using the vinyl stickers, and they give a really lovely clear edge when you peel them off of the clay. So I was just playing with stickers and monoprinting techniques on this piece, where I've just used the clay pastels to pop a little bit of colour onto this dish. So we were really just having a little try. And whilst we're talking about the vinyl stickers, this came out of the kiln a couple of kiln loads ago. I have now managed to beat poor Karen into submission, poor lady, by she's going to organise to put the stickers onto her Etsy shop. So I will put a link in the description below. And we were playing with A4 sized pieces. So this is one of said A4 sized pieces, as you can see. So if you buy the stencils, you'll get the 2 very large leaves, 4 medium leaves and 4 small, but of course you can use them in both the positive and the negative. So you can use this vinyl sticker here, as I've done on the pieces I've just showed you, to have the positive image, but you can also then use the negative image as well. So you can use them both ways around. So actually for your money, you're getting double the stickers. So those will be available on Karen's Etsy shop, and I'm sure she'd be delighted if you could go across and take a look. And as I say, we've had great fun playing with them over the last few weeks, so I think they're a really good thing. And I have seen other people using them on Instagram, so you know they are about, but I don't think there's terribly many stockists. I've tried to find some myself and can't find any, so I know people do them on their printers. There's a special printer. Cher was telling me about a special printer. But that's another piece of kit and therefore more money. Right, next thing out of this kiln is another of my, what I'm calling elephant ears. This one is glazed in Amaco's Blue Stone. Blue Stone is quite a matte glaze, and indeed this has come out slightly matte. I don't know if you can see the detail on there, but it's quite pretty where it's held in the veining. So I've been making sets of these leaves. I get onto a theme and then just carry on making them for a while until I get bored with making them, as most creators do. Right, I'm going to take this shelf out and just pop it over onto Midge because it's got some silicone sand on it from the leaf, because they're quite big. Right, now then, what have we got in here? Let's get the props out before we do anything else. Again, this is one of my pieces with the vinyl stickers on. So I'm still kind of playing with them and slip decoration. And in fact, on this one, as you can probably see in the bottom of there, the slip wasn't quite thick enough. But the vinyl stencil's really nice, and I've taken the vinyl stencil up and over the rim on this one. So more work to do, as I say, still playing with prototypes, but I really like the stencil. It gives you a really nice clear-cut image. That's a little bowl that I've thrown, and again I've used a bright yellow high-fire slip on there, and again there's a vinyl stencil in the bottom. Now, because that yellow is so vibrant, and obviously the white, I mean, that would look great on a red clay or a black clay. I have to say I don't have much luck with red clays and black clays, but nonetheless that's a nice bowl, nice handles, so that's thrown on the wheel. So we're still playing with vinyl stickers. We will eventually get to be quite proficient at it. Right, this is the first of Gayle and James's thrown items. So they came and did a throwing course, a three session throwing course. So they came and threw and then did the trimming and then did the glazing. So they've done the whole process from ball of clay to finished glazed item, which I think is quite important when you're coming to have a go at something, is to actually understand all the processes that go into making an item with clay. So it's all very well coming on a voucher session when you come and just do the throwing, and then of course I will finish off the trimming and the glazing. But if they come and do the 3 sessions, they have a much better understanding of how long it takes to actually produce a pot from start to finish. So this glaze combination is absolutely and utterly beautiful. It is Amaco's Obsidian 2 coats underneath Amaco's Indigo Float 2 coats. And isn't that pretty? Such a beautiful, deep, glossy blue. I love that, and I use that combination myself. I just think it's beautiful, really lovely and deep, beautiful, deep, shiny glaze. Gorgeous. So, in fact, I did use it on this particular noodle bowl of mine. And again, so that's 2 coats of Obsidian with 2 coats of Amaco Float over. And look at this, where the cutout is for the noodles for the chopstick stand. I love the way that the Indigo Float has just gone in the same pattern there on the edge. Isn't that pretty? So yes, very nice, lovely combination, really shiny. This is also James's, and actually James has used my least favourite glaze. Don't we all have a least favourite glaze? What's your least favourite glaze? Pop it down in the comments, it'd be really interesting to know. This is Amaco's Arctic Blue with Ancient Jasper on the rim. Now the Jasper on the rim, as you know, will pull, which actually is really nice. I like the pull of the Jasper. But the the Arctic Blue, pinholes, 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 as always. Look at that, isn't that awful? Probably because it was much too thick. I think James sort of took me at my word when I said don't spread it too far. But nonetheless, I mean, it's not my taste, but I can't give my taste to my students. So, I mean, it's okay, but it's got rather a lot of pinholes on the outside, unfortunately. So I might pop that through another glaze firing just so that it's not quite so pinholed. This is Gayle's, and this is Amaco Blue Sapphire on there, on that base bit. And then she's left it clay body colour for the remainder, just by using a transparent glaze on the remainder. So that's Amaco's Blue Sapphire. I personally think that could probably have done with another coat. It looks a bit patchy, but I'm not sure whether she was painting it too far. In places it's nice and blue, but in other places it's a bit sparse. So I suspect one of them's putting too much glaze on and one of them's not putting enough on. This again is Gayle's. She made a little mug. Pretty. Nice handle on it. That's again Amaco's Blue Sapphire, and again Blue Sapphire on the inside and clay body on the outside. So she should be really pleased with herself for a first go to have made a mug like that. I'm sure she'll be delighted and remember the course when she uses it. Right, let's get these props and cookies and bits and pieces out from there. There we go. And as I said, at the moment we're hotting up for this art trail which is 2 whole weekends in a couple of weekends' time. Right, let's just get that out from there. Okay, so shelf out, pop that there, out of the way. Okay, so this is James's, and again the same Obsidian and Indigo Float. Isn't that pretty? Lovely, lovely, beautiful glaze. Really nice. I really like that. As I say, you know, that's a real good combination. It's very striking. And this is Gayle's, and again, that is Blue Sapphire. I think there might be something over the top of that, but I couldn't tell you what. But again, nice blue, sort of a dusty blue. Very nice. And this one is Gayle's, and again she's used that same Blue Sapphire on the outside with Marigold in the middle this time. So that's Amaco's Marigold, and then Amaco Blue Sapphire on the outside. Very nice. And then this, as I say, following a theme. Never one to ever do anything once. So this is probably the largest of the elephant leaves that I've been making. And this one has Blue Lagoon on it, so it's Amaco's Blue Lagoon. And again, I've wiped it back on the veining because I didn't really want the colour on the veining. But in the big veins, I've left the colour, so that's really quite pretty. And again, it's another lovely serving dish. So I'm quite pleased with those. I'm quite pleased with how they've come out. They look quite nice. Those two actually look quite nice as a pair, because they're similar colours, but one's light and one's dark. And of course they will fit one inside the other, she says, getting her finger caught. So they look quite pretty. So I'm quite pleased with those. Right, next shelf. Cookies out, props out. With those. Last shelf, what have we got in the bottom? Let's have a little look. Oh, blimey, get the prop out. Right, okay. Let's have a little look in here. A few weeks ago we did the heart-shaped handles tutorial. I'll put the title over the screen. So this is the heart-shaped handles piece that we were doing with the vinyl stencil on. And they're nice, aren't they, these heart-shaped handles? That's how it came out. So it's nice for you to be able to see the finished product after I've done a tutorial. So that's the heart-shaped handle. This blue is one of my studio coloured slips, and it's really nice and dense, like a sort of a cornflower blue, really rather pretty. So that's the heart-shaped handles, how they come out actually on a finished piece. So that's rather nice. That is the second of James's Arctic Blue and Ancient Jasper, again on the rim where it's pulled. And again, pinholes, dearie, dearie, dearie. I mean, you know, this is not good. Quite nice on the inside though, this one. So this is Arctic Blue ×3 with Jasper just applied onto the rim to allow it to just pull over the rim. So, not my favourite, as I say. Right, what else? Just one more piece in here. And, oh, that's one of mine. Now that's interesting. So I've been having trouble with my pink slip, as you know. So when this went into the kiln, it was pink, but the pink pigment is burning out. I think it might be because the kiln is hotter in the bottom of the kiln. But also, I think there's probably my mix of slip in the bucket. I need to add a bit more pigment because I've actually put, I don't know whether you can make that out, the vinyl stencil on there, but the slip itself has almost gone beige, taupe, very, very light. I mean, you can see it, but it was obviously supposed to be pink. So I need to check my pink slip and get some more pigment into there. So that is your lot today, short and sweet. As I say, we've got the art trail, so that's keeping me nice and busy, and the studio diary is full. I'm going to do the Wonky Plot templates and the Wonky Pot tutorial in August when I have no students in, because that's quite a big tutorial to film. So do bear with me. I have people asking me about it, so I'm sorry that it's taking me a while to get round to it, but I will get round to it. I have all the things ready now. It's just allocating some time to do the actual make and then do the filming and then do the editing. So bear with me, I am getting there, I promise. Last time I was talking about an email that I'd received from Lynn Donnelly, and I didn't have the pictures, which was a shame really, because she sent me a lovely email. So Lynn is doing a BA Glass and Ceramics at Sunderland University, which is in the north of England. And she's based at the National Glass Centre, and she's just completed her second year of 6. And she's done some monoprinting from the monoprinting tutorial, and again I'll put the description up so that you can see it. And I mean, look at this, isn't that the most marvellous thing? Isn't it gorgeous? Lovely palette of colour, lovely texture, you know, with the mesh as we used on the video. I really like that. I really like the use of just 3 colours or 4 colours, a muted palette, very, very nice. And then this was the other piece that she sent me. This one's a bit brighter, but again, using a sort of a slightly more muted palette. I really like it. So, and again, she's used the mesh, as you can see, like we did on the monoprinting video. So I just think that's great. So if you have done any of the tutorials that are up on my channel and you fancy sending me a picture, please do. It's so nice when I receive the pictures from you. And Lynn sent me a lovely long email explaining what she's been doing and her assessment and what have you. And at the bottom she says, as you can see, you have been such an inspiration and I have loved making the pieces inspired by your tutorials. I mean, thank you, Lynn, for saying that. I mean, obviously, you know, I love sharing the clay journey with you, but it's really nice to have a personal message from you. So if you've done anything, perhaps a poppy head or some of the monoprinting, do send me a picture, either on Instagram, and the handle is the.pottery.corner, or on Facebook, which is the Pottery Corner, or indeed via the website by email, and the website address is www.thepotterycorner.co.uk. Items in my Etsy shop, and that's your lot from me for today. So thanks so much for viewing as ever. Subscribe and ring the bell if you'd like to be notified of new content coming out every week. So thanks everybody. Send me a message, let me know what you're doing. Nice to see you again. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.